You ever notice how some people just operate differently, like they're playing a completely different game than everyone else? Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's a mindset shift so brutal, most people literally can't handle it. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what separates the 1% from everyone else, and why you might be sabotaging yourself right now without even knowing it. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your head right now. You want success. You want that elite level life. But here's what's really going on. Your mind is at war with itself. One part of you wants to level up. The other part? It's terrified of what that actually requires. Most people live in what I call mental collapse. Their thoughts are chaotic. They react to everything. Someone criticizes them? They spiral for days? Something doesn't go according to plan? Mental breakdown? They see someone else winning? Instant comparison trap, followed by self-loathing. Sound familiar? The average person's mind is like a browser with 47 tabs open, 12 of them playing music, and none of them are the tab they actually need. They're constantly scattered, constantly reacting, constantly at the mercy of their environment. And you know what the worst part is? They think this is what trying hard looks like. They think the chaos means they're hustling. But really, they're just suffering without strategy. Let me be blunt with you. If you keep operating like this, nothing changes. You'll be the same person a year from now, 5 years from now. You'll watch people younger than you pass you by while you're still figuring it out. But deep down, you know the truth. You're not lacking information. You're lacking mental control. The 1% aren't smarter than you. They're not working harder than you. What they have that you don't is the ability to control their internal state regardless of external circumstances. Think about it. How many times have you sabotaged yourself this week alone? How many times did your emotions make decisions for you? How many hours did you waste in mental loops, replaying conversations, or numbing out on distractions because your brain couldn't handle the discomfort of focused work? The 1% eliminated all of that, and that's exactly why you can't compete with them yet. So, what's actually different about the 1% mindset? It comes down to one thing: mental sovereignty. While most people are at the effect of their thoughts and emotions, the 1% are at the cause. They don't wait to feel motivated. They don't need perfect conditions. They've built an internal operating system that runs independently of external chaos. Here's what that actually looks like. First, they treat their mind like a kingdom, not a democracy. Most people let every thought vote. Every fear, every doubt gets a say. The 1%? They filter ruthlessly. Not every thought deserves attention. Second, they've mastered emotional delayed gratification. They can feel angry and not react, feel anxious and still execute, feel unmotivated and still show up. They've decoupled feeling from action. That's God-tier self-control. Third, they run internal audits constantly. Every day they're asking, what story am I telling myself right now? Is it true? Is it useful? Most people never question the narrative running in their head. The 1% question everything. But here's where it gets really interesting. The 1% have one advantage that's almost unfair. They've learned to make friends with discomfort. While everyone else is running from hard conversations and difficult emotions, the 1% lean into them. Growth only happens at the edge of your comfort zone, and the 1% live there permanently. So how do you actually build this mindset? First, accept something uncomfortable. Your current mental operating system is outdated. It was built for survival, not success. And until you acknowledge that, nothing changes. Here's your transformation blueprint. Step 1. Treat your attention like currency. The 1% are psychotically protective of what gets their mental energy. Every single day, audit where your attention went. If it didn't move you closer to your goals, eliminate it. Step 2. Build mental separation. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the observer of both. When anxiety hits, notice it. Label it. That's anxiety. This creates space between you and your mental noise. That space, that's where freedom lives. Step 3. Manufacture artificial pressure. The 1% don't wait for life to force them to level up. Set deadlines that scare you. Make commitments that stretch you. Make the cost of staying the same higher than the cost of changing. Step 4. Adopt the 1% identity now, not when you're ready. Now. Start asking, what would the version of me with mental control do right now? Then do that. Every single time you choose the 1% response over the average response, you're rewiring your brain. And here's the beautiful part. This compounds. Every day you operate from this mindset, it gets easier. 6 months from now, you won't recognize yourself. Remember that image at the beginning of this video? On one side, mental collapse, that tangled mess most people live in daily. On the other side, the 1% mindset, clarity, control, that clean brain operating at full capacity. That arrow between them? That's what most people can't handle. The transformation from chaos to control. The gap between who you are and who you're capable of becoming. Most people see that arrow and turn around. They literally can't handle what it requires to cross that gap. The discipline, the self-honesty, the mental warfare with your own limitations. But you? You watched this entire video, which means something in you is different. Something in you is ready to stop being average and start operating like the 1%. The only question left is, are you actually going to do something about it? Your move.